Hello again, YouTube. This is The Truth Man, giving you the truth. I got plenty of videos coming for you today. On this one, though, I rated the dating / marriage / relationship strategies in terms of the modern day. So before y'all start trying to like criticize and critique and what did he know, this, that, and the other, narcissism, subscriptions don't matter, man. There's people that don't even have YouTube channels that know about this here. So don't get so caught up in yourself, man. But this is based on what I see and know. Years and years and red pill jobs, stuff like that, being in corrections, being in nursing homes, schools. Based on what I've observed and what I know and stories that I know, I'm going to tell you my top 5 dating strategies. Like where you get the least trouble, where you might have the most success, so on and so forth. But let's start out with this. If you are a Christian or you're like trying to be saved and spirit, you're going to lose every time just trying to go the moral route in terms of these women. Because like I said on the other video, you're going to give them a tremendous advantage over you. You don't believe it, just go to any church, Baptist, well, it don't matter, sanctified, non-denominational, go to any church and just watch the married couples. Guys be hesitant. They don't want to come off as too alpha or too masculine. So they wives giving them looks like you ain't supposed to be giving your husband no look. Who you think you is? You supposed to be saved. You don't run nothing. If you really saved, you understand that you don't run nothing. That you either, like Sarah, from the Bible, or you're not. I mean, those are the only choices. But according to what I believe, people had the least trouble, lose the least money, the most effectiveness, I came up with a top 5. And let's start with number 5. We're going to start with number 5 and we're going to work our way up to number 1. And this based on things I noticed, based on strategies that I heard coined, and I'm going to give the people who coined them, I'm going to give them the credit. I have no problem with giving people credit. Yeah, I want to, be successful in all that I do, including YouTube, but I'm not no hater, and I'm not going to step on nobody to get up there myself. That's weak. So, number 5, most effective dating / marriage / relationship strategy, we're going to do pros and cons, is the code approach. But let me add this for those who know how to do it. See, if you the type that you still stumble over attractive women, you a little too introverted, like you have to do what I said on the other video. Do you and wait. Good things come to those who wait. Don't be so impatient, man. JJO if you have to. JJO. JO means jag off. Again, I'm a preacher, everything, but listen, Savior, you know what people do? They'll be the one judging. But then when they always talk about, well, they are hypocrites, this, that. Then they come around real ones and they want to criticize them too. Because what it is your problem ain't with people. Your problem is with God. So that's why I do what I do, and I don't worry about what nobody think. You don't have to serve me. You don't have to support me. You don't have to listen to nothing I say. But I'm not finna be no fake preacher. That I'm not gonna do. So I don't care how you've been raised or any of that. Just because you've been raised a certain way, that don't mean you was raised right. People are just They'll just hop on everybody. They don't like no preachers. None. No matter how you are, they don't like it. Who cares? But I said code approach for those who know how is number 5. Now the con of this is you can with these today, they love to set people up. You will come up missing dealing with some of these people. So you got to be careful, because people ain't going to show you their true colors. And that's why as we get up the list, there's something else on this list that I think will kind of balance out the code approach. But if you know how to talk to women and to deal with women, that's still like an effective strategy in you being able to meet women, and possibly one that might be the unicorn, might be the gem, might be the diamond in the rough. But be careful. Be careful. Number 4 is pump and dump, the catch and release method that Black Ram talks about. 313. Now listen. There's reasons why this is on this list. The number one reason, the number one pro for doing this in terms of dealing with women is you don't get your heart broken. You don't, you really ain't losing no time per se. Because when you doing this, then you basically are still can focus on your purpose, focus on your dreams, this, that, and the other. The con is it's not the most righteous method, but the pro is you won't waste time and be fooled by these women, because you already know how you gonna go about it. Another con is you'll mess around and get me too. You start dealing with these women feelings. That's why I would tell you, and if you use this method, be honest. Be like, I'm just looking for such and such. Because if you start lying and you fool them, and then you, like how Antonio Brown did Keisha Cole, you'll mess around and get me too out here, and you won't be going to no job or have no business. So this method is on the list because it'll keep you from all the foolishness and the garbage that people put up with in relationships, because you're not going to be in one. You're not going to be in one. So it's on this list. People make videos, he's supposed to be the, listen. You not finna moral people into alimony and child support because your wife might be the unicorn. Everybody ain't getting unicorns out here. Ain't hardly nobody finding unicorns. These people are finding stress and toxicity. Just practically costing them their health. Number 3 is knowing how to vetting, then making a choice or choices. If you know how to get in these women's head, you'll get further than your average guy. Because your average guy, like say the code approach, he gonna be lying. The pump and dump, he'll mess around and get me too. But with this, you already know how to vet them. So you like, okay, you say things like this. Now you said when you come over here, we're gonna do what? You had a text message like Chris Brown. They try to me too you. You be like, look, I got it right here. This what she was saying. So now they done tried to put the dookie in the game. Well, they have a right to change their mind at any point in time. And then that's true. But when you come over here, make sure your intentions are the right way. And a guy that knows how to vet, it's going to be hard to me to him. Because he ain't going to go, he going to take his time. And he ain't going to go after somebody like so quick. So that's number 3 on this list, is knowing how to vet, sitting back, getting to know people, You know people, ask them, well, so what's going on with her? And then they give you information. Hook me up, blah, blah, blah. Then you get to putting them words in, figuring out what's really in her head, what she really like. You'll know if she a basket case, and then you could just move on without no type of attachments. But if you try to pump and dump a basket case, that's why I put this as number 3. Be careful, man. Number 2 is the free agent lifestyle, coined by Coach Greg Adams. The free agent lifestyle channel. Here's why I put that number 2. Again, it's the same. It's kind of similar to pump and dump, only you know, with the free agent lifestyle, a person could keep dealing with the same women, you know, and you take them out, this, that, and the other, the ones you like, you deal with them more, but you make it known. The premise of it is no cohabitation, no long-term relationships, no marriage, but also like making kids, all that. It's not a part of this. This is number 2, because this is probably on this list the best way for a guy to protect himself against all the games that women playing nowadays. And it's not just black, it's not just white, it's all races. Guys is getting took to the cleaners, Me Too, every race across the board. So this, like, the free agent lifestyle is like, out of all the strategies, Coach Greg Adams is the best way to protect yourself from alimony, from child support, from all the foolishness that guys deal with trying to live with women. Because most of them going to change once you move them in. When they ain't there, it's a competition. They flooding you with sex, this, that, and the other. As soon as they move in, they flooding you with arguments. They flooding you with disagreements. Well, what do you want to eat tonight? Let's have a bacon cheeseburger. Well, I don't want no bacon cheeseburger. Oh, okay, what do you want? Let's have shrimp. Okay, we'll have shrimp. Maybe not shrimp. That kind of stuff. You would protect yourself from all of that because you'll be living by yourself, loving yourself, focusing on your own purpose. That's why this is number 2. It's number 2. The con of it is that sometimes you might be facing a Me Too too. Like if you, like, man, what's that number? Like, let's say you pay for it. You're like, okay, well, I'm going to go on one of these sites and I'm going to pay. But this chick is liking you. She started taking a liking to you. You'll be amazed with what these women come up with. And you still got to be careful. I done heard news stories of guys getting robbed by women, basically taking all their stuff. Like, it was just a woman, her picture was on the elevator. She took all the guys' watches and everything. And that done happened a couple of times. Sometimes they work together. Like, they'll have a friend in the lobby and give them a signal. Like, I've seen a story about that. So, ain't none of these strategies perfect, but I would say these is the top 5, based on how women are today. You can really protect it. And this, as far as being able to protect yourself, this would be number 1. If you take this approach, you'll keep yourself out of a lot of foolishness. And number 1, I would say, monk mode. Here's why monk mode is number 1. Because what's the risk? You ain't dealing with none of them. You taking a break for however long you choose to take a break. And monk mode is going to give you more control over these chicks in their little yoga pants and all the seduction that's in the world, whether it's at work, your coworker. She done figured out a way to wear her work pants as tight as she can wear them. and then be around there flirting with guys. But if you monk mode, you ain't thinking about her. You thinking about whatever you focused on. So you automatically protected from Me Too's, this, that, and the other. And monk mode, you start getting weak, you could just JJO. You could JO. So it really takes away their power the most. Like, it takes away their power the most than anything else on this list, because every 2, 3, 4, and 5, you paying more attention to them. Number 1, monk mode, you paying less attention to them and more attention to yourself. That's why this is number 1. And then who could accuse you? Like, let's say, that's why I keep bringing up Christians and stuff. Because I know a guy. I used to work with him back, in the jails or whatever. And I saw him in action, like he was getting plenty action. Now he's changed his life for the better. And it's like now everything is like eggshells. And I was trying to, explain some things to him. And now it's like he basically lost his edge because he taking the moral right. Now, he's, from a spiritual standpoint, perfectly fine. From a natural standpoint, it's gonna make you more aggressive. Cause your body, like, okay, we used to smash. What's going on? Now we ain't. What's going on? Why ain't we? Your body don't understand. That's why the soul and the spirit is divided from each other. Your body don't understand the crash course that you put it through once you become a believer, so on and so forth. But that's why monk mode is number 1 too. Like, I would tell like a believing person, say, let's say you go to a sanctified church, everything you do is going to be on the radar. Just go monk mode. Just go monk mode and try to gain your self-control through that. It's many reasons why this is number 1. The cons is you ain't getting none. You got women all around you and you ain't basically doing nothing for whatever your reason is. And it's like sometimes if you're not careful with it, it seems like it can create like a bitterness. Like a lot of monk moders, they probably go through what we call on YouTube red pill rage. I mean, that's just a disadvantage of it. But those are the 5. Now we can read from number 1. Number 1 was monk mode. Number 2 was the free agent lifestyle by Coach Greg Adams. Number 3 was knowing how to vet, then making your own choices, who you gonna deal with. Number 4 was the pump and dump, the catch and release by Black Ram. And number 5 was code approach, but for those who know how to do it. These just my top 5. I would say you had the least amount of drama, mess, Me Too, all of the foolishness. With number 1, number 2, you not gonna get hit with alimony or child support with those top 2, because you ain't gonna be taking it that far. And number 4 as well. But number 4, you might get Me Too or whatever. So there you have it. Is the truth, man. The channel is no matrix, no just living your life to bust that you know what, to let loose with the off-white sauce, so to speak. No just living for that. No simping. Same thing. Remember, being in the matrix, simping, similar. All Subjects channel. Thanks for watching. I'd like to thank my new subscribers. I can't remember the names. One of them had coffee in his name, but then it's, the comments kind of pushed it down. Thanks for subscribing. Then I had a MGTOW. what's his name? MGTOW. I'll look up the names and I'll shout them out later. But yeah, you know, and don't think that married guys don't know about this. Married guys can really keep you away from this. There's some married guys just more red pill than single guys. I mean, that's just the way it is. That you don't know why people still married. They could still be married to be around their kids. They could still be married to get their plan together to soften the fall. You just never know. You can't count out married guys. I believe Infinite Colors is married. Great perspective on it. You know, but he's married. You gonna stop listening to him because he's married? I ain't. But thanks for watching. Keep tuning in for more videos.